Hi there, my name is Christina, and in today's practice we will be focusing on increasing the mobility into the joints around the hips, hip flexors, together with our knees and ankles as well. So if you're suffering, maybe someone with pain in the knees or in the hips from arthritis or bursitis, you can join this class. It's gonna be a short one, but we'll try to go gentle with ourselves and try to do our best to get better, to get healthier and stronger. So for today's practice, if you would like and you are from home practicing with me together, you may like to, before we start the practice, if you have yoga blocks, it's great, it's always handy to have them to support you throughout the practice, to always maintain a great support and alignment. If not, you can take 2 towels or a blanket, it's up to you what you can use to place underneath the hips when the hips are going too much deep, as we won't be forcing anything. However, we will be actually allowing the gravity to take us through this practice. So as always in yoga, we never force, we just allow it to happen in a natural way. So if you're ready, I'm gonna place 2 blocks. You can place 2 towels or 2 blankets right underneath your hips, or if you're good enough, just cross your legs, come onto your sit bones on your yoga mat, and you can do this even from the bed if you would like to. Just coming down through your elbows and lay down in a supine position here. So if you're someone with 2 blocks to support, you can bring actually the soles of the feet together here to allow the knees up to open to the sides. And in here we can take left palm towards the heart, right palm towards the belly or the right hip there, and try to actually relax for a moment here as we bring the focus inwards to connect with our breath, taking deep breaths in through the nose all the way up through the spine, and then as you exhale through the mouth or through the nose again, all the way down towards the spine. Inhale up, feel that breath moving all the way up to the spine, and then down towards the lower back there. Few more like that on your own. With every inhale you take, allow the belly to rise, and with every exhale to fall, really relaxing yourself here. Trying to focus on belly breathing and not the chest. Let the chest rest. Close the eyes. Now from here, slowly we're gonna bring our knees upwards, maintaining now the feet with the hip distance apart. And from here we're gonna take simple steps throughout, bringing the toes up, heels off the ground, toes down into the ground, and then release few times, toes up and then heels up, toes up and then heels up, toes up and heels up. Now from here, slowly we're gonna bring right shin bone, right knee to the chest, and then extend the leg upwards through the heel, letting the leg there stretch. Bend the knee, bend the leg, bring the knee more into the chest, and then extend for the foot to for the leg to stretch on your right side through the heel, bringing toes inwards. Once again, shin bone down, bending the knee, and then out. One more, in and out. From here, you may maintain the leg as it is, the left one, if it's actually much easier for you to have yourself supported by your left foot there, and then start taking your right knee to the sides, connected by your arm, which will lead just by pressing or holding on to the kneecap on your right leg there. So external rotations, bringing the knee in and out. And if you're doing vice versa, internal rotations, it's absolutely fine. We don't want to be perfect. We always try to do everything that is necessary to balance. So if you're doing the other way, just simply switch few times, external rotations if you've done internal rotations, and vice versa. And now for the right leg, we're gonna take the same thing, right foot on the ground, knee facing up. Take your left leg now, squeeze it in, and then bring the heel upwards. Inhale, bend the knee, knee to the chest, and then extend the leg through the heel, pushing the heel towards the ceiling or the sky, if you're doing from home or maybe your garden. Inhale, lift and extend, exhale, release. Inhale, lift and extend, and then release. Inhale, lift, one more, and then bend the knee, bring your palms in front of your shin bones or interlace the fingers there, and try to pull that knee into the chest there. Now from here we're going to extend, bend again, and at any point in time, if you do need rotation from the ankles or readjustment with your bones, because your body is always talking to us, talking to you, so you be aware of what is needed. Take those seconds to readjust and then continue. So now we're going to take inside rotation, so internal rotation, by connecting the left palm to the left kneecap, and just gentle movements, rotating that knee in and out few times. And then, as we said, if you're doing the other way, just switch. And now we're gonna bring the knee forward, away from the body, and back to the chest. Forward, so external rotations there. Out and back in again. So the hip is rotating, the knee is melting, relaxing the leg, but allow the support of your palm to be there. And if you'd like, you can always extend the other leg forward. Now from here, we're going to bring both feet on the ground, the feet with the hip distance apart, with the knees facing up. And we're going to simply bring the palms parallel with your body. Now, you're gonna use your core strength, and we're going to lift the pelvic floor, the tailbone off the ground as much as you can. Lift, and then slowly, vertebra by vertebra, release. If this is too hard for you, try to adjust your shoulders, slightly rolling them more in a bridge pose. Press through the palms and lift the hips, and then release. And as you can see, my toes are pointing naturally upwards, so my body weight goes strictly into the heels. So lift there, and then release slowly. 2 more if you can. Lift and release slowly. Last one, lift, and try to see if you can hold a little more on the top there. Squeezing those glutes inwards, using your core strength, and then release slowly. From here, as you release, at any point in time, maybe you have a low arch, a high arch, sorry, and it's really painful because it's contracting your muscles on your back. Use a blanket as small or as big as you need, or a bolster if you want to, just to have some support to cover that space, that hole or that arch if it's too high from the back, and that causes you maybe lower back pain. So feel free to support, to use everything you have, maybe a cushion or anything at home, to make yourself as comfortable as possible. So on the next one, we're going to take the feet off the ground. We're gonna bring the palms onto the knees, once again on the kneecaps only. So if you're extending your arms, you're not having or holding any long, hard, heavy weight. You're just rolling and controlling where those knees go. So we're gonna open to the side, bring the knees into the chest. Open to the side, rolling them in and out, in and out, in and out slowly. This should help you to the lower back as well at the same time if you have any pain there. And then switch the direction you're rotating them. Bring them in to the sides, forward and back to yourself. In to the sides, up and back to yourself. One more round of these. Now from here, extend the right leg with the heel up, and then bend it back, bringing the opposite leg. 1, 2, 1 and 2. A few more like that. And very good. Now we're going to bring the feet back to the ground, and from here we're going to take simply you can come on your elbows, or if you'd like, stay as you are, laying down, remove any obstacles from around you there. And we're gonna bring the right knee to the side as well as the left knee to the right side, in a way that the left knee will be actually pointing forward and down towards the floor. So with every time we're moving knees from one to side, one knee or one hip will stretch deeper through the hip flexors all the way. So at the same time we will release back pain. So you can bring the arms to yourself as they are, or arms simply to the sides here. As we take an inhale, we're going to go to the right, pointing the left hip flexors forward, and then slowly coming back to center, lift a little bit, always before turning, make an indicator that the left hip now is going to go down towards the ground. Once you pointed the direction, you allow your left knee to come to the side and your right hip to go more forward as well through the hip flexors to stretch. So inhale up, lift a little, point the right heel as it's coming down to the floor and you're going to the right. You're telling your body where it goes. So you're helping your spine at the same time. Lift a little and then release slowly to the other side. One more time, lift to the right and back to center, and then lift through the heels, point the left hip down, and then follow with the left knee to the side as well as the right one, and the right hip flexor stretch there. And take a moment here, relaxing the shoulders, feeling the stretch from the lower back into your glute, into the leg, into the hip flexors. And then back to center, very good here. Now bringing the feet both off the ground here and just pressing with the palms into the ground, into the floor, so that you're not falling off as you're gonna be supported by your arms. So you're gonna take slowly here, knees both together at the same time to the right side. Feel the release from the left glute there. Left side of the lower back. And the stretch into that left hip, and if it's too much, just switch the other side when you're ready. Inhale back to center and then release to the left side, same thing. Let it go. And if you can't touch fully your knees to the ground, we want to, that's why it's good to have something like a blanket or something that can give you a space where we're not ready to reach, we can still connect with the block under, and you allow yourself, and the hip stretching here on this side, on the left, it's still happening, but in a more gentle way. And if you're ready, you just let them more down. But this might come with the time, so be gentle with yourself. Moving one more time to the other side, to the left, same thing. You can bring the block or the blanket that you have next to you, and let the knees on the left there to come all the way to the side on a block, so you don't go too far. You're still gentle, you're still aware, you're still in control. And feeling the stretch into the right side, right glute, right hip. Being always aware at all times about your breath. With every move you take a breath. With every move you complete, you exhale. Now from here, slowly pressing through the palms to help yourself to come back. We're going to take the legs once more, all the way up to stretch. Open just a little to stretch inner thighs and close. Open to stretch and then close. Once more and close. Now we're gonna lift. Remain with the right leg up, left leg down, back. You can bend the knees here at any point. You don't have to have them straight. And then back together. Inhale, left one forward. back to center, connect it, and then let the right leg fall down and center. Last repetition, one with the left and another one with the right. Now from here, bring your right leg down, turn your left ankle here to come with the bone on the right thigh, and we're going to come into reclining pigeon pose here. So for the beginners, you can just allow your left palm to push that hip away, that knee away from you here. And then once you feel more comfortable, you're gonna try to bring the arms inward. So we're gonna try to bring the arms in this window that you see in front of you, and bring the arms to interlace the back side of the thigh there, and then slowly allowing the shoulders to come back to the ground. So we hold nothing, and if you can't connect and this is too much for you, you can always use anything at home, like a belt or even a bathrobe belt as well, anything that can bring you to connect with your arms and still relax on the floor. And try to push that right leg towards yourself, that right, slowly and gently. So we're pushing the right, pulling towards ourselves to stretch the opposite hip. So the stretch is happening into the left area of the glute and left hip. And if you're more advanced, you can always bring the palms in front of the shin bone and allow yourself for a deeper stretch there to take more of yourself inwards, to go deeper. Your choice, your practice. Now from here, we're gonna bring the right foot on the ground, and we're going to bring once again both palms on the ground. So shoulders on the ground, and we're going to take the block if you have it. If not, I hope you can use the blanket next to you. So we're gonna take the left knee to the side to touch or connect with the floor, with the ground. And if you can't bring them just to collapse, bring a block underneath if that is too far. If not, remove any block, any blankets, and just go all the way. A simple spinal twist here. And great rotation for the left ankle there. Once ready, back to center, and as you are, don't change anything, simply take your leg all the way back to the right side with the knee, and let yourself to touch the ground once again here. No forcing. Just breathe in through the belly and out. And if you want a deeper spinal twist here, just apply some gentle, careful twist. And then release slowly. We're gonna switch to the other side, the other leg. So we're going to extend the ankles there, just rotate a bit to release any tension, any stiffness in the joint. Through the heel, right leg stretches, bend the knee as we're rotating from the hip inwards, bringing safely that ankle there on the left thigh this time. So really this bone here, it's placed on the thigh. Now here, use your body core strength to actually bring the arms through, interlace the fingers as you lift that leg, and then allow it slowly to come, to pull that left leg to yourself slowly and gently. Don't do much, Sometimes stillness and just being in that pose, it's all that takes to actually allow health and strength to happen. Just be with yourself, be patient, don't rush, don't hurry. And if you cannot connect the arms here, as we said, use a belt as you're holding your horses in a way. That's your leg, that's your horse, and you're just then pushing, pulling slowly with the help of a belt to connect with your arms and pull that leg towards yourself. And the hip on the right side and glute is stretching now. Taking few deep breaths here. Bring the heel up all the way just to stretch once. Bring the left foot down. Palms once again to the sides. And as we said, we're gonna bring just the right knee to the side slowly without moving those legs at all. Just allow it down, moving from the lower back. If you can't connect, as we said, you can bring a block or a blanket there to support you to reach the ground. And just relax the lower back. A modified spinal twist here. A very great one for the lower back, any pain there. And stretching our right ankle back to center, lift, and just as you are, do nothing, lift maybe a little bit your pelvic floor to bring the hips more to the right, to sit once again, to place the lower back down, and then just take the legs as they are to connect once again to the ground, to the floor beneath you. So not doing much. If you want more stretch here, just add your arm a little bit, and for a twist as well to take it over. Your choice, be gentle with yourself. Now back to center, slowly bring your both legs down, come back into seated here. And you can bring your blanket if you want to on the next one, just to stretch. And the short practice that we have today, just to stretch. If you have blocks, use a block under. If you're a beginner and you want to help yourself to stretch, just turn your to help yourself. Why do we need this under? It's to maintain the spine tall and straight. So to avoid pain, basically, to ease ourselves. So bringing the toes inwards and then bringing the toes outwards, in and out. Rotation happens from our hips, then the knees, and the last are the ankles. In and out, in and out. From here we're gonna take the right leg towards, with the sole of the right foot towards the inner thigh on the left leg there. Allow once again your knee to fall down if you're comfortable. If not, as I was saying, allow a block or a towel, anything there to support you from actually blocking you from going too deep for more than your body can hold, because the legs are heavy and the gravity, it takes you there without you realizing, and sometimes it might be very difficult or causing extra pain, so, or causing us, blocking us from going forward. So we're going to turn from here gently the shoulders forward, hips forward, and as I was saying, if you have two blocks, you can use another block here if your hamstrings are tight, or you can roll just a towel here like myself, for example, just to demonstrate to you that you can go forward a more safe way and more comfortable way, whether you use another blanket or you use another block or a towel simply there. Taking deep inhales, extending the spine all the way up, as we were always saying, spine is also important, and then leading with the chest slowly and gently here, going not further forward than your body allows you to. If you'd like to remove the block or anything from there, so the other knee, the other hip, it's more free, do that. Otherwise, bring the block or blanket that you have right underneath the hip there to have a more high level, a more supportive for the femur bone there, which is quite heavy and can pull you sideways really easy. Now, breathe in and out, in and out. If you have a strap, a belt, anything, yoga strap if you have. If not, bring a bathrobe belt, simple as that. Bring it around your arch of the foot forward, and then take your leg, bringing the toes inwards and holding it with your arms there. I can do it even with this towel. 1, 2, inhale and exhale, lower down slowly. Don't go far, just enough for you to feel. And then we don't want to stay too long either, as this is not really a yin yoga where we stay 3 to 5 minutes in one pose. We want to start slowly, start gently, but if you wish to stay longer, you may stay longer in these poses. Stop, and then once you're ready, but you do not want, however, to become numb in your legs, so go with the flow, but go slow without stressing your legs too much. So we're gonna close the knees in and extend the leg out. Once there, we're gonna bend the left one now, and same thing, we're gonna use a block underneath if you want to. Once you bring the left knee to the left side, just to allow it underneath there to rest, and bringing the left sole of the foot right inside, close to your inner thigh there. You don't have to necessarily connect, just allow enough closure there, enough space. Turning the shoulders forward, extending the spine high, pressing through the sit bones, extending the heel forward. Once again, if you need a strap or a block, anything like a block under the knee there, if you want to go gentle, more gentle on yourself. Grab that strap or grab that belt or a towel if you can. You can stretch for a moment there, feel the difference, and then release the heel down, and then release the chest on your thigh there, facing forward. And as we always say, don't go too much forward, don't go too much over your limits. Just a little challenge, but let the time and trust the process of the powers that yoga can give us, yoga practice. It takes time, patience. When practicing safely, always slow never means not good enough. Slow is the most intense actual practice, the most healing way for the body. And sometimes it becomes so slow that it's so uncomfortable. But with that discomfort that you feel, then the comfort comes, then the healing happens. Very well, everyone. Take yourself back into seated here. Bring yourself into a seated cross-leg position on your seat bones or on a block if you want to sit. Take a few moments here to return to yourself, to return to your breath, bringing the right heel in front with the ankle there, left heel, or simple cross-leg position. See what your body is able to do at the present moment and do that for yourself. Bringing the palms towards the knees, towards the thighs, extending the spine up. Tall, straight spine. Take 3 deep breaths in through the nose and out the nose or the mouth, your choice. Or at any point in time, you may end up your practice always in Shavasana, corpse pose. Bring the chin up to the chest, inhale. And as you exhale, chin to the chest, as close as possible. So we're stretching that cervical area of the spine, your neck area. Inhale, lift. Thoracic and cervical spine stretches. Last one, lift. And then take your right ear to the shoulder, right shoulder, left ear to the left shoulder. Full rotation with your neck. Bring the palms together in front of your heart. I thank you for practicing with me, and I hope to see you again in other practices. Namaste.